Hey everybody, we survived the storm.
Yes, we did. A little wind blowing, you can tell.
Yeah. And okay, so the night of the storm, it did get pretty windy.
My God, yeah.
We could feel it, like you could hear the wind getting underneath the
slates. I could hear kind of like the slates were rippling so the wind was getting underneath it. So yeah.
So it was pretty serious.
But we didn't lose any slates. That was my big fear.
Yeah, and so we didn't have any damage actually. When we woke up, I kind of thought, oh, this wasn't so bad or whatever. But then we went for a little drive and realized there was
trees down, trees through car windows, smashed through car windows.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff that went on, and our power did go out. We went out early, like at 3 in the morning.
3:18.
Yeah, 3:18 in the morning.
My CPAP machine shut off, and I stopped breathing.
So that's been a real problem because Liam does need that CPAP machine just to sleep. But we decided that day we were going to still go out to lunch. We still had R here, so it was a big adventure for him to be staying with us. So we went to Templemore to Murphy's, and we always had a good meal.
A real good meal, yeah.
We did stop then in Turles at Steakums, which is a big hardware store, because we thought, well, let's look at generators. Maybe they have one of those little generators that we always see people have at art shows.
Yeah, and I really need one for my machine. And they had them there. They did have little ones, but the cheapest one was €1,400.
Something like that.
So he said, well, if you smother, you smother. We're not paying €1,400 for a generator.
So he's been a little miserable as far as that goes.
Very miserable.
But our friend down in town, actually a relative of yours.
John. Jacqueline, sorry.
Her sister has a house in Neenah that's currently vacant. So she said, stay at my sister's, which was perfect. Yeah. Got down there though, and she said, the power is out at her place too. So that meant, she's like, but stay with me. So we stayed at her place that night, which was very nice. We had a really nice evening.
We had a great time with her, nice evening.
Yeah, so that was nice. Then that next day, we got back up here. Power's still out. There's no sign of power. So then we went and decided, let's take our someplace special. And we went to Kennedy Castle.
Yeah.
Which actually the Irish always pronounce it sounds like they're saying Kennedy Castle.
But it's Kennedy.
Kennedy. So it always sounds, but it sounds a little bit like Kennedy. So
it's a beautiful castle hotel. I mean, it was obviously a private residence, and now it's a hotel. And
the meal was pretty good.
The meal was good.
The place is a little threadbare, maybe.
A little threadbare. The dungeon bar, like the benches, definitely need to be reupholstered. Come on, guys, it's not that much. You know what I mean?
If you guys need someone to help you restore some wood tables and things,
I'm the man.
That's the guy.
I'm the man.
Liam kept going through like, oh gosh, just like 2 hours with this table, and I
can make it look good. We were up in the library or one of the salon rooms or whatever, and the tables were rickety, but the thing that really was the straw that broke the camel's back is they have this beautiful fireplace, gorgeous big fireplace, mantle high and everything, and they've got a Dimplex fake electric stove in the spot where the fire should be, and the cord, you can see the cord. I'm going, come on, guys! all they had to do was put candles in there. Would have been better. Even the fake candle would have been better.
I don't think I got a picture of that.
Oh, you should have.
He was not loving that.
Yeah, no, not loving that. and like I said, I like the place a lot, but I think it needs. Come on, spend €1,000 and fix it up a little bit.
Then that evening we did go visit with some neighbors, and that was really nice because they do have a generator, so they had some light going on. They have a gas stove that they were able to fire up and
get tea. And we had a really nice evening. Very nice evening. And a huge fire in the sitting room that just kept us all warm and comfortable. We laughed and talked.
And they put coal in, so it was like super warm and glowing, really, really and the candles going, because we didn't have. They only had the generator going really for a little bit of light and just to keep things kind of going.
But that was good.
Then, what was it, the next day?
No, well, wait a minute. That was the night, didn't I put the generator on? Yeah, it was.
It was,
So then we get home, and my cousin Johnny brought up a generator, a big generator, the one that I wouldn't buy or he wouldn't buy me for $1,400. And it would run for 5 hours. And so I slept downstairs in a spare bedroom with the extension cord or the lead running through the window and powered up the generator, and I was able to breathe for 5 hours. And then the generator shuts off. So I did get 5 hours, but I could have just slept outside next to the generator.
I was upstairs and it was really comfortable.
Yeah, I'm glad you were comfortable.
Well, actually, it was a little bit cold.
But I had a duvet, a winter duvet, and 2 heavy quilts. So to be honest with you, it wasn't that bad. It was warm enough, but then you had to get up to go to the toilet, and then it was cold.
That next day, though, we were off to Dublin to take R to the airport.
Right.
So we decided to go the day before because we didn't have electricity, and it was not fair to make a guest stay with no electricity. They couldn't take a shower. They couldn't do any of that.
And we're back home now, and we still don't have electricity. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, and what I did like is that on the way out to Dublin, we were thinking of some places to stop. And one place we stopped at was Newbridge Silver. And this is a silver company. They kind of have focused a lot on jewelry now, but they also do flatware.
Well, it was originally a company all about flatware.
Yeah.
Flatware and now they have a jewelry section, but they also have a China. So they're doing China and antique China and like.
Yeah, they mixed. They called it pre-loved. I did like the sets that they had was really nice, and we work with China all the time. So
and the price was really, really good. I'm as somebody who works with China all the time,
we were surprised to see some of those vintage and antique pieces of China and they were whole sets at the price that they had. So that was nice. And then they also have this museum there called the Museum of Fashion Icons,
which is really cool. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, and they have dresses from mostly movies and film, and
not just dresses,
that's
clothing.
Right. Clothing in general. And actually, it wasn't just movies and film because there was also historic dresses. Like they have Princess Diana's revenge dress, the one that she wore after her dress. Yeah,
she got that, and it's the real dress, and then the photograph of her, and it's just cool to see it in person. You know,
and they have like things that the Beatles wore, and Audrey Hepburn, and Elizabeth Taylor, and all the big stars.
Yeah. They have what was cool. They had the final, is it toile? Is that what they call it? I don't know if that's the right word, but it was the final dress of Princess Di's wedding dress before they made it out of the silk and the satin. So there was like testing dresses or whatever. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah,
it was like the final measurements.
And it was really, really cool.
From there, we ended up going to a garden center.
He was very happy.
It was nice. It was definitely like January is not the time to go to a garden center in Ireland.
It was full of plants and full of people, packed.
I was surprised. Okay, it's Sunday, like late afternoon.
Late afternoon?
Late afternoon. I can't speak. It's a little cold in the house right now.
There were also men there, but it was the late afternoon.
In the late afternoon on a Sunday, and the place was loaded with people. So
yeah, it was packed.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So
I headed right to the sheds because I've got to get a shed at some point.
He's so in love with they have
sheds.
They have little greenhouse things there that are really nice. Yeah. So
shed, greenhouse, something.
I kind of figured out, like, you'd get your shed and my little greenhouse could be attached to it. It'd be perfect. And we did buy a couple things, and he picked out most of it. Again, you're like
Lots
the plant
of
shopper.
bulbs. I'm a bulb person.
Yeah, one of them was that we got some crocosmia because it does really well here. In fact, it can be a little invasive.
And I don't care.
Yeah. But it's easy to manage for the most part. You can pull that pretty easily. It doesn't, get well rooted.
It looks great.
So we got some extra colors, so we're going to plant those out. I got a peony because I just want to see how it'll do up here. I know peony can handle the cold. They can handle really deep freeze, so that's going to be good. But I just don't know if the moisture and our climate.
Yeah, because the dampness sometimes can rot stuff.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I'll get that in the ground on the next week or so. And I got some seeds, but I'm not really allowed to take the seeds back to the U.S. You can't just haul seeds around from one place to another, so I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with them here. So that'll be a June project. Then we went to our hotel.
Yeah,
and this
on the ocean, right outside of Dublin.
Yeah, beautiful. In the last hotel, Liam was complaining, like, we are 4 kilometers from the water, and there's parking lot between us and that.
I wasn't complaining.
I was like, I'm going to show you.
I was stating a fact. He was saying, look at the view. And there's a parking lot next to a parking lot next to a parking lot. He said, you can see the Eye of Ireland way in the distance. Well, yeah, way in the distance. The Eye of Ireland.
Well, we were on the water this time. Only thing is we walk up to the door, and there's a big sign that says, power's out,
closed.
We were like,
no, we've already booked and paid for it.
Then when I checked just like 5 minutes before we got there, they had sent us an email saying, we're refunding you. We can't accommodate you. Right. So that was like, oh boy. So then I found plan B, but that one was even, I think this place was nicer.
We had a really, really nice place. What was it called?
It was in Portmarnock at the Resort and Golf Club.
Whatever.
That was right on the ocean, and we got an ocean view.
Yeah, we got a great room.
It was so nice. They
had 2 Butler's chocolates in there with 2 water bottles, and just it's a beautiful room. Beautiful room.
Yeah, it was kind of pampering, especially knowing that back home, no electricity, no nothing.
And we're back here now.
Yeah. So fortunately, then there was another garden center. So when we were between our two places, we passed another place called Jones's, and that was a nice garden center, a lot smaller. Yeah. It's interesting though, because usually here in Ireland, when I go to a garden center, the price of plants is usually lower than what I find in the U.S. Yeah. Plants tend to be a little cheaper, but at these ones close to Dublin, they tend to be more, as I'll say, U.S. prices.
So a holly bush was €59, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
They had laurels, like a decent sized laurel, but it was $78. And I was like, I could just take a cutting of my laurel, stick it in the ground,
and away they go.
It takes off.
Like wild roses, they're the best.
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting to see that, but it was nice to see they had nice displays, and they still have plants available. But it's kind of like us when you have like the spring plants, the summer plants, the fall plants. But these are kind of more the winter, colder, hardy kind of plants that were out there.
So that was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, it was good to see. Then we hung out in the pub. Oh, we met a nice woman named Susan. And
who's actually...
So she was actually at the hotel that was not open. So that was kind of funny. Yeah. So we end up there. We see her. We just we didn't really say much. Oh, we've got someone coming to clean the chimney. So Liam's going to check that out. So
Hello?
Susan was there.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm going to stop for a second. Okay, so we're back.
We're back.
Chimneys are being cleaned. Everything's under control.
Yes. Chimney's being cleaned. Stove being put in tomorrow. Plumber coming tomorrow. Oh, my God.
Busy times. But when we were at the hotel that was closed, we saw this woman, and then all of a sudden we go to the next hotel to check in, and there she is again.
Because she was checking into that hotel at the same time, and it was closed, so she didn't know what to do, and we just found the next hotel.
Then finally, when we were at dinner, she was sitting by herself, so then we had her join us, and she was such a sweet lady.
Very nice, very nice.
She was from California.
From Los Angeles.
Like Santa Monica, and right next to the neighborhoods that were burning down.
Right.
And she had just sold her house in the last couple of months.
Yep, she just sold her house, and she decided, her mother was English, so she had a dual citizenship with England, which is transferable to Ireland. So she left Los Angeles, and she's moved to Ireland, and she's settling here. She's looking for a house, and she's been traveling around since November looking for a house. So we had a great time talking to her, and I wish her the best.
But she said any help. She said it's been tough watching the news, watching these houses burn down, because that's her old neighborhood.
Her old neighborhood, yeah. She even the movie theater. She said, "That's the movie theater I used to work in, and that just burned down." She's just really sweet, and I hope she finds a house. She's just traveling. She doesn't know where she's going to end up, but she said when she walks in, she'll know the place, and that'll be where she's staying.
Yeah, so. I liked her spirit and her attitude.
Very much. I did too.
It was really nice. So that was a joy to spend time with her. Yeah. Then in the morning, after a very good night's sleep.
Oh God, 9 hours. 9 hours. Tonight it'll be 5 because that's when the generator shuts down. So I had 5 hours tonight, 5 hours tomorrow until the power comes on.
And then walked over along the ocean for a little while, and then got our friend to the airport.
Yeah, but we had a fantastic breakfast though too at the hotel. Huge breakfast. Really, really nice.
Yeah, it had everything.
Yeah, really, really nice.
We couldn't have asked for more of that. No. And so now it's just, we're back. We don't have power. So we're well into day 4 with no electricity. And we checked, and we keep checking the website, and it looks like we won't have any power until at least Wednesday. So that's going to be
maybe Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, it's Monday right now.
They just keep moving it. They just keep moving it.
But it could turn on sooner too. But so we're making do. At least now chimneys are clean. We'll be able to have our fire again. We haven't been able to have a fire today, so the house is really cold.
Really cold.
It's actually warmer outside.
It is. I left the door open because it's warmer outside.
So,
but you got stone and brick, or stone and block. It's just as cold.
Yeah. So, but hey, it's been kind of crazy, and it's going to be a crazy couple of days because tradesmen are showing up fast and furious, which is fantastic. But also,
they all need electricity to run equipment.
So, got the generator. Mm-hmm. Let's hope it all works.
Hey, what are you cooking for dinner tonight?
Oh gosh.
He's taking me out for dinner.
I guess we're going to have to go out for dinner. Although there's ham in the... Oh, we can't eat anything in the fridge.
Everything in the fridge is going to have to go in the garbage.
The fridge smells, so we got to empty the fridge.
No, I think it's a good night to go for dinner.
Okay, that's the plan. Well, that's the update. We'll kind of keep you up to date as we go, and we'll kind of end with some pictures from the last couple days, and we'll see you guys all very, very soon.
But I got to go. There's a chimney sweeping.
Get in there.